Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the other video? The paid request this time for Andrew. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for the episode 2 of the TV show Freaks and Deets. Now, Freaks and Deets was a show that only lasted for pretty much one season, but since then it got a bit of a cult following. Some of the people involved was Paul Feig, who did the Ghostbusters 2016 film, but before that did films like Bridesmaids and other stuff. Judd Apatow had involvement in it. And you had actors like Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, James Franco, Linda Cardellini, who was Velma in those live-action Scooby-Doo films with that Matthew Lillard. She's the star of this. Her little brother is John Francis Daly. He would actually go on to be a director because he helped direct Game Night, that Vacation reboot, and actually that upcoming Dungeons and Dragons movie with Chris Pine. So yeah, that little kid, who's the lead girl's brother, would go on to be a director. Go figure. Or him and this other guy, like, they co-direct the stuff. So pretty much the story short is, at school there's an assembly about drunk driving and having designated drivers, and one at least another, James Franco and others go, hey, we want to have a party, all your parents are leaving for the few days or whatever, can we have it at your place? Linda's like, sure, why not? While the little brother and his two friends, one who's a buddy that you tell has a big crush on his friend's sister, has a crush on Linda Cardellini's character, and then the other guy, a bit lankier, taller, with glasses, they're scared because the John Francis Daly's character heard that you could get alcohol poisoning and all this other stuff could happen. So hey, why don't we change their tag to non-alcoholic beer? So they do that. You actually did a cameo from Alan Covert. He was in a lot of Adam Sandler films. He was the star of this film called Grandma's Boy. He plays a liquor store worker. When he hears what the kids are doing, is, oh wow, that's pretty funny. So he gives them the non-alcoholic beer. And even though they switch it because of the placebo effect, the people at the party still act like they're drunk. So yeah, Linda, she thought she was going to do this to have fun, but she's not really having fun by the end of it. James Franco had broke up with this girl, as the girl says that I dumped his loser ass. And he's like, oh, is that what happened? But then by the end they get back together. Seth Rogen's pretty much on the couch the whole time, and at the end goes, hey, I won $87 playing quarters. This party rocked. Jason Segel, he gets drunk even though there's no alcohol and tries to kiss Linda Cardellini, but then he apologizes. But he had John Francis Daly's buddy who has a crush on Linda, trying to comfort her and trying to be nice to her. You have their other buddy who is made to sit in the room with the real Cade. He starts tasting some and gets drunk watching, I think, Dallas talk about JR. And you get the idea that everybody had fun except Linda Cardellini by the end. There's nothing mind-blowing about the episode. I would say the first episode definitely felt stronger than this one. It felt a bit more memorable. I mean, this one, well, you come to realize what makes the show work, or at least did, to the point it became a cult following, is the same reason why Firefly, even though it lasted one season, got a cult following. Because people watch it, and the work with the characters are fairly well done to the point of they clicked well together. You had a group of people in the cast that clicked well together. I mean, James Franco, some of the stuff I've heard that he's done, I don't approve of. I do like him as an actor, though. I liked him in 127 Hours. I liked him in the stuff he did with Seth Rogen, like This Is the End and Pineapple Express. Seth Rogen, I don't care for what he's done professional wise lately, like that stupid Santa's Inc. And I'm sure he's going to trash the Ninja Turtles just like they've been trashed for past 10 years. But they work well in this scheme of things. Just like the cast in Firefly worked well and they had good chemistry. This cast does have good chemistry. Linda Cardellini does a nice job as the lead. The kids, they have a good bond between the three. It is kind of funny how, even those non-alcoholic people are acting as if they're drunk and stuff. And like the way they work together is what made the show work, is what made the kind of funny for people. And granted, there's not really any specific other type of jokes or one-liners or dialogue that can really come into my head to really go, yeah, that was a great bit of business. I really like that. I just really, I can see why, because of the way these folks work together, why this got a cult following. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, to give info for those who don't even know what Freaks and Geeks is, 1999 to 2000 aired on NBC, set in suburban high school Detroit, 1980-1981. The sad, hilarious unfairness of teen life. Was canceled after airing 12 of the 18 episodes. Of course, the theme song is Bad Reputation by Joan Jett. Yeah, Lindsay Cardellini is Lindsay. John Francis Daly is her younger brother Sam. James Franco is Daniel. Seth Rogen is Ken. Let's see. Let's see if any. I guess Shia LaBeouf is in the show somewhere as the school mascot. So I'm not sure if he's appeared yet. And that says Beers and Weirs. When the Weird parents go out of town for the weekend, Lindsay's new friend suggests she throw a party. Lindsay hesitantly agrees in the hopes of impressing Daniel, James Franco's character, who has broken up with his girlfriend Kim. She asks Sam, her younger brother, not to tell the parents. He agrees, though an anti-alcohol assembly held at school causes them to hesitate over the thought of serving beer at the party. When Sam discusses the matter with his friends Neil and Bill, Bill suggests that they switch to real beer with an alcoholic. Despite the fake beer, the rowdy teenagers begin to think they are drunk, and Lindsay soon finds herself having a terrible time, where she sees that Daniel is back with Kim. And yeah, that's another thing that was funny is the play that they not play, but during the school assembly, the no, you cannot do that. That is bad. I am the designated driver. I thought they captured that rather well because we had to see that type of stuff in school and that type of you're a kid but you're trying to act, so you're trying to think you know what acting is, but it's not quite what it is. Like I thought they captured that rather naturally. And how I put it, then someone goes, "Wow, that designated driver is hot. I love to get her drunk." Now, the director of the episode, as well as the first one, was Jake Kasdan. And if that name kind of sounds familiar, he directed Orange County, which I actually didn't mind, and he did those Jumanji sequels with The Rock, Welcome to the Jungle, and The Next Level. So he did those. Now, try and see if there's any info I can give you. 6 DVD Freaks and Deets box set was released in 2004 from Shout Factory. In 2015, Shout Factory announced they had begun preparing for a Blu-ray. As of July 2021, all US DVD and Blu-ray releases have been discontinued and are out of print. So, there you go. It was ranked number 93 in the rankings during its only season. But it got Emmy Award nominations. Creator Paul Feig was nominated twice for Outstanding Writing for the episode's pilot and Discos and Dragons, and it won for Outstanding Casting for a Comedy Series. Time Magazine's 2001 Greatest Shows of All Time. Third on the magazine's list of greatest TV shows of the 2000s. One of the cited reasons for his early cancellation was his inability to gain an audience due to his erratic scheduling and poor time slots, competing with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I remember that blowing up, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and no one stopped talking about it. NBC and the creative directors of Freaks and Geeks did not have the same vision. Garth Ancier, who replaced Scott Sass as president of NBC, did not understand public school life and its relevance because he went to a boarding school. It's ironic because everyone involved wanted Freaks and Geeks to be a success, but they never did understand the concept of realistically showcasing life as ordinary teenagers. Jake Kaz and Judd Apatow had multiple arguments with the network concerning lack of victories in the script and that the characters need to be cool. The writers wanted to produce something that would represent average high school experience, but the network wanted to produce something that would make high school seem cool. Because the network did not think the series would be a success, they let the writers add things to the script that they wouldn't have if they thought the show would resurface the next season. Okay. So yeah, they didn't have any hope for it, but a lot of these people found success afterwards, so there must be something to it. Go figure. But yeah, the episode itself, it was fine enough. It was fun enough because of the cast of characters, because of the people that were involved with it. Again, I know it's funny to say that because a lot of the later work I haven't been huge on. But like I said, I like Pineapple Express. Even Paul Feig, I liked the one with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. And I cannot believe I cannot remember that movie. Why can't I remember that movie? The Heat. The Heat. I liked The Heat. Bryce Bays, I didn't think it was as funny as people made out to be, but I liked The Heat. Hell, I liked Spy with Melissa McCarthy. I liked that movie. Judd Apatow, I liked The Pineapple Express. James Franco worked with. I've liked some of his movies, like Your Highness. Seth Rogen. Hell, Seth Rogen, I liked in Observing Report. I liked the First Neighbors movie. So it's not that I already hate these folks professional wise. It's just, I think recently, like Judd Apatow, I didn't care for funny people. I didn't think it was that funny. For a movie, I know it's a drama as well, but as a drama, I thought it was overlong because it felt like 2.5 hours long. And as a comedy, it wasn't really that funny to me. I mentioned the Seth Rogen Franco stuff. What can I say? Maybe here they're more innocent, they were more free. Maybe all of them together had the right chemistry and the right kind of like Superbad. Superbad was a fun movie. All these folks did together, just were able to make it click with each other. And but as you watch it, it's not that the plot is that exciting or that unpredictable. It's just you're enjoying the characters enough based on their mannerisms, based on how the geeks interact with each other, and how James Franco, where I almost seems like he's going to be the Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused, but then it's not quite that either. Seth Rogen, he's not doing the laugh all the time. He's much of a different, like, serious kind of this type of look all the time. Trying to man a few words. So it's pretty different from what you see Seth Rogen later on in other stuff. So that was, in a way, that was kind of refreshing to watch that. And like Linda Cardellini, she didn't really get to be the lead, and I think the closest was like Velma and those Scooby Doo movies, and some other stuff too. But like compared to other actresses, but like she does a fairly decent job, and like it did feel natural. It did feel like stuff that would actually happen. Didn't feel sitcom. I think that's what we're going for, is to not feel like a sitcom. And it doesn't feel like a sitcom. It doesn't feel like wait for the laugh track. So I commend them for that, and I think again that's one of the reasons why I became a cult following, is because of before they were famous type of group of actors, directors, or writers, and made this natural people you can either relate to, or maybe you were one of these people back in the day, or at this very least, they're portraying the characters in a natural way that doesn't feel too ostracizing and too corny or cringy or what that came out of nowhere. Like I said, the group fit well with each other, and they're at least interesting enough to make you wonder what's going to happen next. So there's that. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later.